Hey guys, subscribe for daily knife content. And if you're shopping for knives and gear, make sure you check out the description of the video you're watching right now for links to some great online retailers. There's also individual links for knives that I personally recommend. Thanks! What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a really interesting knife unboxing to share with you guys. This package was, well, this box, it's already out of the package. It was sent to me by Blade_Freak on Instagram. I should have written his name down on a piece of paper. Yeah, it's a ZT, well, it says limited edition, but I'm sure you can tell, well, maybe you can tell by the thumbnail. There's something interesting in here. Before we get into it, thanks to my generous patrons for supporting me right now. You can find my Patreon down in the description, and please follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. He messaged me and he said, I thought you might be interested in this, because I know you've been looking for one for a little bit. You had mentioned it. Actually, I've mentioned it multiple times since the beginning of the channel, actually, and I've kind of put the search on the back burner because it's so hard to find one that's, you know, what I'm looking for. And anyways, what's in this box is a discontinued, very long discontinued ZT Hinderer. This is a ZT 0392. This specific one is called the BWBRZ, or Black Washed Bronze. For anybody who doesn't know, there was a whole bunch of these different colors, right, that came out a few years back. They're all discontinued now, but they were part of ZT's factory custom line. The factory custom line did a bunch of different stuff, but the factory custom line that was the most interesting to me was the 0392 series, not the 0393 that's currently still, you still get. The 0392 is full titanium and uses actual factory Hinderer hardware. This is based off the Eclipse and is almost dimensionally identical to the Eclipse, but the hardware is truly swappable between, you could actually take this pocket clip off and put it on a Hinderer knife if you wanted to, an actual Hinderer knife. These are interesting to me because they represent a point in time where, these at the time were actually considered better than the real thing, because the real thing did not have bearings. It didn't have the lock bar insert, right? Only recently did the Eclipse actually have bearings and a lock bar insert added to it. The XM18, of course, with the Triway, that was a couple years back, but interesting. I've always been attracted to these, and he said, I've got one of these that, I have the card, the authenticity card, serial number 0188, and it matches 0188. Said it's a user. It hadn't been babied. Hardware's a little bit dinged up. Pocket clip has some wear on it, but the knife is in good shape overall. He put a different edge on it, and that's okay. And he said, you can take a look at it on the channel, and if you're interested, I'd be happy to make you a reasonable offer. And he did. And I got to be honest, I'm really tempted to buy this. I would be able to use it. I wouldn't have to baby it. And honestly, I'd probably switch out all the hardware and do something fun with it, because you can still buy the Hinderer Eclipse hardware. This takes the Eclipse hardware. See, we've got screws on both sides. But yeah, you can still buy that hardware. And considering we have satin external stops, satin, the rear side, or the pivot barrel, right? I was thinking about pulling all the hardware off and doing just some simple steel, or maybe blue, or some, I don't know, make something that wouldn't normally come on one of these 0392s. There are other versions of the 0392. I think the one that I was originally after, well, I know the one I was originally after was the black green. That was the black frame with the green hardware and the two-tone blade, right? They also had a satin one with, a tumbled one with blue hardware. They had a Bowie that was blue anno and had satin hardware. There's a whole bunch of different ones. You can look up the ZT 0392 knives, right? But this is cool, and it is in good shape. This one does not have detent lash. It's got good action. It's centered, which is great. And the lockup is at a good percentage. I'm happy with this. I'm really tempted to add this to my permanent collection, and I'm really happy that Blade_Freak on Instagram reached out and, offered me a good deal on this. So I appreciate that. I wanted to share this with you guys. It might pop up periodically, but don't be surprised if you see this added to my permanent collection. These are becoming more scarce, and this kind of fits into an interesting, it wasn't necessarily specifically what I was looking for, but it's in such good shape, but it's also been used. It's kind of kind of ideal, right? One that doesn't have any weird flaw. You know, a lot of times when you find people trying to get rid of these in the secondary market, it's because it's got some weird issue that they just don't want to deal with. That was exactly what happened with me seeking out the black-green version on the secondary market years ago. The seller lied about something that was wrong with it. I've told this story a million times. I specifically asked, does it have any detent play? I said, what do you mean? I said, does the blade wiggle in the closed position? If you shake it, can you hear it rattle? Nope, not at all. And I got it. Again, I really hope that guy's watching. I hope you stumble across one of my videos, buddy. I got it, and it had the worst detent lash I have ever experienced. No rational human being could miss that. The guy lied about it. So I had to explain it. You know, I sold it, but I had to explain it to the person I sold it. I said, it's got detent lash, and I took a huge loss on it. So I'm guessing that happened to him, and instead of correcting it, you know, and doing the honest thing and saying, not the guy who sent me this knife, this was the other black-green one I had an issue with. Instead of that guy correcting the issue, right, however many times that thing had been bought and sold, instead of just being honest and taking a loss, you know, with the next buyer, he decided to lie and make me eat it. So I hopefully ended that, and whoever has it now knew about the detent lash, but anyways, it's me like, I'm so virtuous, I did the right thing, and he didn't. I'm just still salty about the transaction. But no, this guy's in good shape. You know, the pivot's been eaten up a little bit. That's no big deal. The ano's wearing away. The hardware's still in good shape, right? I mean, the screws, right? But, you know, the pocket clip has seen some wear. This guy's been carried. It's been used. It's got a new edge on it, but gosh, it's in great shape. Really, really cool. Really cool knife. I like the black wash on this. So, anyways, guys, I just wanted to share this with you. Thank you so much at Blade_Freak on Instagram for giving me the opportunity to show this and talk about it. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much it today, guys. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.